Hey guys, Luke here. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the NRL Finals. Week 2 is over and done with. What a great week of football, a great weekend, I should say. I'm on the road once again, so you're just going to have to bear with me. Quality of video is probably not great, probably lots of bumps on the road and that sort of stuff, but just going to have to deal with it. So yeah, for right now, I'm going to be talking about the first game. So the Raiders ended up beating the back-to-back premiers, the Roosters, in, I don't know if you consider it an upset. I think it was kind of somewhat expected, just with how the Roosters finished the season, the big hiding by the Rabbitohs. Then last week, taking a lot out of them against Penrith. I think the Raiders rode the momentum well, and obviously they're out for revenge from the grand final. So I'd say it was kind of expected. I honestly did expect the Roosters to get the victory, but I thought the Raiders would definitely push them, and push them they did. Push them so hard to push them off the cliff and out of the finals. So yeah, Raiders, I think that they're the form team at the moment. Although the Rabbitohs, they played last night and they were very, very good as well. Or good at stages, I should say. It wasn't exactly like super convincing like they have been the last couple of weeks. Like you look back to that Roosters game, it was never in doubt. Where this game was a little bit in doubt, but just back on the Raiders, I'm really loving their side. I can't believe Josh Hodgson's not playing and they're playing so well. I just assumed that they need Josh Hodgson, and without him, they're done for. But I think they're playing fantastic at the moment, and who knows what they can do. They're definitely a side going into the finals I didn't think would do too much of a dent into the finals, but look, they've got Penrith next week. I think it's Penrith who they play, and I think that'll be a cracker of a game. Honestly, would not be surprised whoever wins that one ends up winning the actual grand final. Actually, I think it actually might be wrong. I think they might be able to play them in the grand final. So I'm totally having a blank on who plays who next week, but I think the Raiders are definitely a side who could make it to the grand final. They've got the experience from last year, and they've got a lot of the same players. With the additions and the losses that they've got, I don't think are too big. Like you look at their side from last year, Caesar, I think George Williams is a big upgrade on him. And yeah, they're just playing good. Papali's in the form of his life. Tapani's in the form of his life. A lot of players are playing their best football at the right time of the year, and like I said, it's crazy to think no Josh Hodgson and they're playing this well. Imagine if he was in the side. But Tom Starling, what a find he's been. He's been absolutely outstanding, and yeah, the Raiders, they're just so good at the moment. Can't really say anything more about them. Now on to the Roosters. I'll just say it's quite disappointing for the Roosters, I'd say, to finish how they did, but just a couple of weeks in a row they've just given too much of a lead, and then they've been chasing them down, and it's a case of if you chuck them on for another 10 minutes they might have run them down, but they just leave it too late, and then there's just too much pressure, and they just can't come up with the goods when the pressure is there. Yeah, look, it's a fantastic effort. The dynasty, I'm not willing to say it's over yet. I can't really think of too many big names they're losing next season, so definitely within a shot of winning a premiership next year, I'd say. But for this year, they're out, and no three-peat's going to be happening. So yeah, I think Roosters, they definitely need to sort out their halves, because Keary, we know Keary's good, but just Flanagan, he did absolutely nothing. And I don't know what he brings to the side. For a guy who's hyped up so much, he doesn't really offer too much, which is crazy considering some of the other hyped up ones. He was hyped up similar to Nathan Cleary, and we've seen how Nathan Cleary's gone on, but it took him a couple of years to really become that dominant half. So maybe it's going to take Kyle Flanagan a little while. Maybe he'll never get it, who knows. But they've got a few options there, the Roosters. But yeah, out for not for 2020 though, I should say. No options for them, they're gone. So on to the second game, which was last night. We had the Rabbitohs and the Eels. Eels actually played quite well. It's just too many distractions for them, especially with, they already had so many injuries, like Sevo was out, Ferguson, that sort of stuff. Well, at least he was injured. And then you throw in the whole Michael Jennings situation. And I was going to do a video and just talk about the Jennings situation, but I just want to see how it played out in terms of how they actually played going into this game. So I thought they'd come out and they would sort of, they have their backs up against the wall, and I thought they would try hard, and they definitely did. But I thought they'd be easily outclassed just by this Rabbitoh side, but it wasn't really happening. I thought the Eels were, they were very, very good. They competed hard. The forwards were quite good, I should say. And I honestly thought there was a possibility that they would go on to win this one. It just didn't happen for them. And I'd say Eels fans would be gutted everywhere. It's just they get top 4, they get to the finals, and then they bow in straight sets like every single time. And I don't know if that's like a Mitchell Moses thing. I mean, Gutherson was outstanding. He was so bloody good. And I'll say for the Rabbitohs, Damien Cook was outstanding as well. But yeah, just in terms of the Eels, Gutherson was on fire in that first half, and they sort of just fall off a cliff in the second half, and then the Rabbitohs just took over. There's just a few key moments there, especially that missed goal from Moses. That's just the stuff that, you know, he's getting paid the big bucks, and he's supposed to be the guy who's supposed to come up clutch in clutch moments, in finals moments, and it's not happening. And I just get the feeling Mitchell Moses will always be that guy who will never be able to do it on the big occasion. That's why I always hate when he's in the discussion for Origin, because just situations like this, they can get him to the finals, they just can't do anything when they get to the finals. So it's like, imagine if that was in an Origin situation. I just can't say. Mitchell Moses doesn't seem like a guy who thrives on these situations, and the problem for them is they had such an inexperienced side around him that the others couldn't really carry him. I mean, Gutherson tried his best. They definitely tried Junior Polos and that, but just wasn't meant to be. And I know Dylan Brown had a bit of a rough game at times. I mean, I think it was him through that intercept at the end kind of sealed the game. Well, they all tried hard, the Eels. They definitely tried hard, and considering the stuff that's happened to them, I mean, on the day of the game, I'd say it was a great effort from them. But the Rabbitohs just too good, too strong. And that was also interesting, considering I thought Cody Walker didn't have that good of a game. I thought he was he was pretty quiet. The Eels kept him pretty quiet, but it was the others who stood up. Adam Reynolds set up some tries, Damien Cook scoring tries. It was just a great performance from the Rabbitohs overall. But I will say they do need to improve, because I think they must be playing the Panthers next week. I feel like they're playing the Panthers. So if they want to beat the Panthers, if any of these teams want to beat the Panthers, or the Storm for that matter, they've definitely got to step up. Raiders included. They've been good, but the Storm side, the Panthers side, they're just next level at the moment. So these other teams got to take it to the next level. Anyway, guys, that's just my little review of Finals Week 2. Thought I'd give you my 2 cents on it. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's on the screen right now, and also it's in the description below. Add me on Snapchat, Mr. Luke Martin as well, posting there a little bit. And yeah, that's where I'm going to end the video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.